back to Lamar, and I know you were in the locker room after the game and the loss at Cincinnati. Some things were said in the locker room. More things were said the following day. What's the truth? What's fiction in terms of the way the locker room felt about Lamar's injury and participation? Because we've heard so much conjecture over the past couple of weeks about it, Jonas.
Yeah, I think you take the guys who were in that locker room, the leaders in that locker room, at their word. You have folks like Mark Andrews, who is a big Lamar Jackson booster, Calais Campbell, who I think is a great teammate, Pat Ricard, all these guys saying, look, Lamar was clearly hurt. We saw him in the limping around the facility every day. We knew that he couldn't practice, and if you can't practice, you can't play. So I think it was, a good sign for the Ravens again to present this unified front and not really cast any aspersions on Lamar. Obviously, the Ravens had to deal with that mini news cycle with Sammy Watkins saying, well, shit, I'd like to see him, go out there and play, but Sammy Watkins is also a guy who's playing for his next contract. Let's just be real about it. Calais Campbell has that financial security. Mark Andrews has that financial security. So I think, if there was frustration among the Ravens, rank and file was probably more so among the coaches because, they thought Lamar would be back, and maybe it was their fault that he wasn't by setting expectations a little bit too high. But I think anyone who was around Lamar, who's known Lamar, who's seen how hard he's worked to get to the point where he could be in this position to make a whole lot of money, would be sympathetic to what has happened. Some guys just don't recover quickly. It's just a matter of, not everyone's grade 2 PCL sprain is the same. So obviously the Ravens would have loved to have had him. Maybe we're talking about them in the AFC Championship game if they had him because of how we've seen the Bengals roll over teams. But, at this point, it's just a matter of trusting what the Ravens have told us, at least the Ravens players.